Good morning. Yeah, it's great to be with you one more time. Look, I want to talk to you this morning about the importance of commitment and consistency. My question is, what are you doing to get your customers committed to you and your business and be consistent in their actions? What are you doing? I want to share a little scenario with you concerning the toy manufacturers, what they do in order to get us committed and to be consistent in our actions. Now, my friend Robert Cialdini, he wrote in his book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, he is talking about the toy manufacturers, what they do year in and year out to get us trapped in the commitment and consistency theory. Here's what it is. Imagine this is now 6 weeks before Christmas, okay? 6 to 8 weeks before Christmas. And on television, every Saturday morning during the kids' shows, they bring on a commercial about a very expensive product, a toy, okay? This toy is dedicated toward kids. They're made for kids. They're expensive, like, you know, the iPods, you know, like the Wii's and the Nintendos, and etc. The high-end electronic toys. And your kid is somewhere in the room, you know, being bored as usual, and all of a sudden you hear the kids say, "Wow, man, that's real cool," you know, and you wonder, what is he talking about? So being the adult, you know, you focus on your weekend chores and you forget about the kid for a minute. You know he's going to be bored watching television, and this thing is just sprawled out on the bean bag, right? Like something the cat dragged in. Oh, Lord have mercy. He's glued to the television like a fly on fly paper. Oh, yeah, right? So you looked around and you saw on the television what he's talking about. He's talking about the most greatest, I mean, not the most greatest, but the greatest toy that was ever invented. Excuse my English, and I'm just talking, okay? And you say, yeah, well, that's pretty cool. And at the back of your head, you say, well, it's coming up to Christmas and he's been pretty good. Let's see what we can do for him. And you say to the kid, call his name Johnny, Jane, whatever. You say, you know what? Your grades have been improving this year. And if only you would keep them up, you know, Santa may be good to you this Christmas. And the kid, he ain't crazy, right? He knows what you mean. He got it down pat, man. All this year, you know, been doing the same thing. He got you tagged now. So he says, he jumps up, you know, and says, "Ma, what you want me to do, Ma? You want me to do anything in the house?" Sure. You know, keep your room clean. You go to the room, it's clean, but yeah, you know, it needs a lot of help. And you think to yourself, well, at least he's trying. At least she's trying, right? And you made the commitment, you made the mental promise to yourself, okay, I'll get him that toy for Christmas. It'll be a big surprise. Maybe not only he can use it, she can use it, I can get the shirt as well when they're at school, right? So you said, okay, now the credit card in your pocket is burning a hole because it's anxious. It wants to get out there and get that toy for that child, right? Because you made the promise. You're committed to your promises, right? That's how they taught us. They taught us to be committed to our promises. That's what they taught us. And so we feel as adults, we feel it necessary to pass on this kind of knowledge to our children. You see what I'm saying? So the toy manufacturers know this is a situation, and what they do is they come on 6 weeks, 8 weeks early with a brand new toy and tell you it's going to be ready for Christmas. And of course, here comes Christmas, and you wait for the final announcement that says now available in stores. Man, you grab your hat, you grab your car keys, you drag on your coat, you get your umbrella because it's raining outside, and you boom out the door, right? And you drop in your car seat like a ton of bricks. Bam, and the kids are next to you. You take off down the street, you go to the mall. When you get to the mall, there's 5,446 million cars. You find a space and rush up, and somebody says, yeah, well, you know, like me with my little beard, say, yeah, he looks like an old man. Let it get in, right? He ain't gonna do nothing anyway. So they let you in, and you think, oh my gosh, look at the size of this line. This line is long from here to Mexico or somewhere, right? And so you say, well, if they run out of stock, at least I'm up close to the front. It's going to be their problem at the back, not mine, right? And so when the doors go up, it's kind of like you're looking at the horse races. The horses are ready in the gate. And as soon as you hear ready, steady, or ready, set, or 1, 2, 3, go, the gates open and bam, these people rush in trying to get the toy. When they get up to the front of the store, guess what? Some gloomy faces are coming out. Some ugly people swearing a customer carrying on and say the same crap happened last year, and you think, oh my gosh, They didn't do that again. I know they didn't do that again. Last year was the same thing. Last year you came to the store, you want to buy the toy for the kid, but when you got there, guess what? All the toys were sold out. Folks, that is not an accident. That's by design. Toy manufacturers know that people spend all their money on toys during the Christmas time. That's the big boom for them, okay? But after Christmas, the toy sales go into a slump. So what they do is they advertise a toy, put a few on the shelf, you go get crazy. All on television, you hear about it. You go get crazy. But then, because of your commitment, your consistency, your promise, you go back, okay? You go back to the store looking for the toy with a hot credit card in hand. You purchase that toy, you give it to the child. That's commitment, and that's what the big manufacturer of toys do to us year in, year out, okay? So what are you doing to attract your customers to you and in your business so that they become consistent and you see the growth that you want to see? I want you to think about that, okay? Talk to you next time.